we are joined by Jim Schmiedler, who is an associate professor at Notre Dame University. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us.
It's my pleasure to be here.
So tell us about Tuesday's big event, robot football.
So we've got the robot football competition here at the ASEE conference Tuesday afternoon. It's between University of Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish, and Ohio Northern University, the Polar Bears. This is the third time the teams have met. Last year we played at Notre Dame in the first intercollegiate football game. These are small computer printer-sized robots, wheeled robots that the undergraduate students at the two universities have built. And they stand on the sidelines and control the robots to play a slightly modified version of football. Notre Dame won their first intercollegiate game on their home field, and then it's a classic college football home and home series. We played at Ohio Northern this past May, and Ohio Northern won on their home field. So we're calling it the national championship to decide. Both teams are 1-1, and we'll see who wins the game this afternoon.
And clearly this is a lot of fun for kids, but really talk about how this robot program is making engineering real for these children.
Sure. So for the students, it's an exciting opportunity to spend a year or even just a semester from the ground up building robots. They program them, they buy the parts, they design them, they test them, they put the sensors in, and then it's not just a design project that they show off for a faculty member at the end of the semester. It's a show that they put on for as many as we've had about 600 people come to both campuses for the show. They do a lot of outreach to the local kids in the community who come and see the event, and they see that engineering challenges are fun. And these kids who have put in long hours to build the robots really enjoy what they're doing. They really understand the technical challenges. And so when the final whistle blows and the game is over, you get kind of this rush onto the field of the younger kids, the K through 12 kids who are in the stands. And instead of picking up the players and carrying them off the field on their shoulders, they pick up the controllers and they drive the robots around. And the college students are explaining to them the technical details and how everything works and the sensors, and the kids, they start to appreciate the real difficulties of making these things work and the fun of solving those challenging engineering problems.
Now, along with robot football, you also created a very innovative program called WeHab that's helping stroke victims and many others. Explain what that is.
So I'm really a roboticist by training, and I've been involved with the computer scientists and the psychologists on using technology to enhance rehabilitation. And what we've done is we take the Nintendo Wii Balance Board, which is a very inexpensive force sensor essentially. It's inexpensive because of the economies of scale. And they sell many of these for video games. And so the accuracy on these is really quite good. And so what we've done is we access the Bluetooth signal from the Wii board so we can pull the data off of it as a sensor. And then we write our own code on a laptop that essentially instruments the typical balance activities that a therapist does with a stroke patient. So someone who has a stroke often has weakness on one side of the body, and a therapy goal to enhance their locomotion is to get them to strengthen that weak side and have better, more symmetric posture. What we do is we provide then visual feedback to both the therapist and the patient while they're doing therapy on top of the Wii Balance Board. And the Wii games are terrific, but they're designed for healthy people, for younger folks with full coordination skills, and they don't allow a therapist to really tailor the activity to the needs of the patient. So what our software does is it gives the therapist that flexibility. They use a Nintendo Wiimote to control the program, and that's nice because it means they're hands-free to help the patient during the therapy session. And what they've told us is that visual feedback that it provides for both them and the patient is really beneficial in terms of improving their therapy outcome. It builds trust between the therapist and the patient because the quantifiable nature of the feedback is such that there's no question as to whether they're doing the task or not doing the task, or whether their weight is balanced or not. And the patients who have used it have been really positive about it. We hear things like, now I can tell my grandkids I play Wii too. And the interface is kept very clean and very simple because it's a therapy system. The price is very low. For the price of a laptop and a $95 balance board, you can have a fully operational visual feedback system in your home, potentially. That's a direction we'd like to go, but in basically any clinic in the country.
So between the robot football and WeHab, how are you hoping that these skills will translate to your engineering students?
So there's a lot of overlap actually between these projects. We're taking, in the robots, we've got sensors, we've got contact sensors, for accelerometers for sensing tackles. We've got infrared sensors for the quarterback to locate the wide receiver and throw the ball. You've got encoders on the motors. There's a lot of code that is written to control these robots, and we use video game controllers to do the interface there and operating over Bluetooth and Zigbee. And so the networking, the sensors, the coding, the blending of a mechanical and electrical system, the two projects are really complementary in that regard, and the skills carry over from one to the other. We hoped that the students see this as designing systems, right? You're not going to work on one little component and throw it off to somebody else, but you have to be at a systems level of thinking. And they certainly do that with the robots. You've got a group of students building one robot, and then you've got a group of students building a team of robot, and then you've got multiple groups of students putting on a game to demonstrate to the younger kids how exciting these things are. And so it's really, and in the WeHab, right, we've got a system there in place where you've got a human in the loop or multiple humans in the loop. And the real benefit there is to get the system designed so that it's focused on the needs of the user. And there, the users for us are the therapists and the patients. And in the robot football game, the users for us are our students driving the robots, but more importantly than that, the younger kids who come out and drive the robots at the end of the game and enjoy watching before that final whistle blows.
Jim Schmiedler, thank you very much for joining us, Associate Professor at Notre Dame. Best of luck today at Robot Football.
We're looking for a victory, but basically we're looking for a great crowd. Thank you for having me. It was great to be here.
Sure.